Okay, so looking at this grade 9 question, you will see that you need knowledge of many topics in this question. So let's make a start. So it says the diagram shows 8 identical regular octagons joined together to enclose a shaded shape. Now each octagon has a side length of A, so that means everything, all the side lengths are A and so on. But we don't know what this length over here is, because that will form the square in the middle, because you can see that these are exactly the same sides. Now then it says find in terms of A an expression for the area of the shaded shape, and we want our answer in this form. Now if we just focus on sort of like this bit over here, now this top angle of this triangle is made up of 2 exterior angles of the octagon. Now to find the exterior angle of the octagon, we just simply do 360 divide by the number of sides. So 360, that's just a rule that you need to know, and that will give you 360 divided by 8 is 45 degrees. But since we have 2 of these angles over here and over there, so that makes a 90-degree angle at the top. So 90-degree angle in these triangles here, and they're 4 identical triangles. So we're going to take that out. So that's 90 degrees. We just established that. Now we can find the area of this triangle in terms of A. So we're going to have base times by the height and divide by 2. That's A squared over 2, or in other words, half A squared. But since there are 4 of these triangles, so half of 4, that's 2A squared. So that's the area of all these 4 triangles. Now let's focus on the square now. So we have A at the top and A over here, but we don't know this length of that triangle. So we can again take that triangle again. That is 90 degrees. That's A and that's A. We're going to call this X. Now using Pythagoras' theorem, X squared equals A squared plus the other side B squared, but in this case is also called A squared. So that means X squared equals 2 lots of A squared, and then X equals the square root of 2A squared. Now if you just simplify that, root 2, so the square root of A squared is just going to be A, and then it's going to be root 2. So that is the missing side from there to there. So it's going to be A root 2 or A root 2 here. Now we can work out the full side length of a square now. We have 2 lots of A. So we got A plus A plus A root 2 as one of the sides of the square, which is 2A plus A root 2. Now we need to square that, because to find the area of the square is length times width. But I'm just going to factorize that first, just to make that a little bit easier for us to multiply out the sides. So that's the side of one square. So remember, if there's another square, the full square, the other side is going to be also A 2 plus root 2, and we're going to basically multiply these 2 together. So let's square them. So that's going to give us, obviously it's going to be A squared and then 2 plus root 2 squared. So we have 2 double brackets. So A squared and then 2 plus root 2 and 2 plus root 2, square them. We will have, just going to work out this here first. Just going to leave everything else in the bracket. So 2 times 2 is 4, and then we got plus 2 root 2 plus another 2 root 2, and then root 2 times root 2 is just a 2. So a squared is going to be 4 plus 2 is 6, and then plus 2 root 2 plus 2 root 2, that's 4 root 2. So that is the area of the square. So now I'm just going to multiply this out. So we got 6a squared plus 4 root 2a squared. But don't forget, we have to add on the area of those 4 of these triangles to this area here. So I'm going to add, just on this side here, 2a squared. Now, if I simplify that, we have 8a squared plus 4 root 2a squared. Now, if I take out 4 as a common factor and also a square as a common factor on the other side, so we're going to have just 2 over here, because 4 times 2 times a squared is 8a squared, and then 4 times 1 is 4, so only root 2 will go over here. So now you can see that our result is exactly the same as what they wanted in that question.